I'm Olivia McGreevy with 88.3 The Sting, and today I am joined by Maddie Zahm. How are you doing today? I'm so excited to meet you.
Oh, I'm so good and so excited to meet you too. It's a beautiful day outside.
I just wanted to start off by having you introduce yourself to our listeners. I know you kind of have an interesting story and journey, so if you can kind of just sum that up really quick for us.
Yeah, for sure. So like you said, my name's Maddie. I'm from Boise, Idaho. About a year and a half ago, I was a worship leader and studying special education in school. Was kind of deeply involved in the church and, closeted, all these kinds of things. And I went on this journey a little bit of figuring out that I was gay and didn't really adhere to a ton of the things that I'd been raised to believe. I had lost about 120 pounds. So pretty much every major change that a person could go through, I was on that journey. And I had switched over to be a songwriter and just exclusively write for other people. But I ended up writing this little project just for myself that consisted of 5 songs, walking myself through all the changes that I had made. And it really helped me heal and come to conclusions and peace with all of it. And yeah, I never imagined releasing it, but suddenly here we are. Yeah.
That is amazing. Congratulations on all of your journeys and everything. It is really great to see. We have You Might Not Like Her in rotation here, so that kind of goes along with the story that you were just telling us. But would you mind maybe telling us a little bit more about that song specifically?
Yeah. So You Might Not Like Her is actually I think it is my favorite song on the project. I think it touches on most of the topics that the EP kind of goes into detail with. That one is the conclusion of it, which is basically just me writing a letter to younger me, explaining all the changes that we're going to make, and how at the end, you might not think that you're going to like her, but I love her. And it was kind of this beautiful mess of just me acknowledging every single thing that I had been hiding for 2 years. And I know younger me would absolutely be terrified if she met older me, because of the things that we were, raised in the church to believe. But I've never been happier, and I think that she will come to terms with it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite songs on the EP for sure.
Yeah, so do you have a new EP coming out on August 12th? Do you want to tell us about that and what your fans can expect to hear?
Yes. So I love this idea of making it sound like what I had been raised listening to, which is worship music. I love the incorporation of the church themes. And this EP is basically just 5 pillars of my life that have changed over the past year. And this EP just means a great deal. And it's following the same little actress that plays younger me. And I'm so excited to show the music videos and all the things that have been around it. It's just, this project is literally a deconstruction of who I am. And I can't wait to walk through that with my hometown.
That's awesome. And you mentioned just now briefly your music videos, and I've watched a couple, and I think they're so cool. So, do you play a big part in your like artistic creation of those music videos?
I definitely came up with the ideas. I knew pretty early on what those were going to look like. I wrote it down at like 3 a.m. I wrote this like 12-page cover letter that I was sending out to labels and just breaking down what I wanted this project to look like. And Gus Black ended up being the guy who just blew me away when we started talking. And I just, that man is a legend. And he and I got started directing it pretty early on, but I didn't realize how emotional this whole thing was going to be. So there were times where I would need to step out and not be a part of the creative process of the videos because it was so heavy watching it back. And I trusted Gus more than I trusted myself. So that's how a partnership is just an A+.
I saw that you have some shows coming up,
Yes.
and which are sold out. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you so
Um,
much.
yeah. Can you tell your fans what they can expect to see at these shows?
A lot of jokes. I love that. I feel like when you listen to my project, you assume that I'm this like really heavy, deep person all the time. When really I love a good card game and talking about shark figurines and making inappropriate jokes at all points of the evening. So I'm very much excited to just be able to connect with people on more levels than just talking about experiences that we've all gone through. So I love the juxtaposition of being a very goofy person with a heavy past, because I think you can be both, you know?
Do you have any other projects or shows or anything that we should be keeping an eye out for?
Absolutely. And I'm not allowed to say more, but I think that this new era is going to be very fun. And I'm very excited for this EP, but I am almost more excited for what comes next.
Where can our listeners be sure to follow you to catch all these amazing things that you got coming up?
Yeah, so most of my social media is just my first and last name, so Maddie Zahm. Yeah, you can follow along. I have a website that has my merch and all that kind of silly, goofy artist stuff that I am committing to the bit to. So you can look at my website and all those kinds of things.
And is there anything else you would like to add or talk about while I have you?
Honestly, just thank you. You guys have been so supportive, and for anybody that's listening to this project that has been where I was at when I wrote it, just know you are loved and seen, and all of this growth takes time. And even though I've packaged it so quickly and gotten it out, I just want to remind people that change takes time and to be kind on yourself.
Yeah, and I appreciate your music, and you have such a great message, and I wish nothing but the best for you and in your shows and everything, through social media and everything. So thank you so much for joining me and talking with me today. I really, really appreciate it.
You're awesome. Thanks so much.